Hey the YouTubers, thank you for checking out my channel. So what I have is a water heater right here, and I'm going to show you a little piece of this water heater that is no longer working. This right here is a recirculating pump, and I no longer have hot water flowing because it's not pumping the hot water through the system. So I had a plumber come out and give me an estimate of how much it was to change this, and he gave me a quote of $1,700. And so I asked him, what's the breakdown of the part and how much of that is labor? And he said, well, I don't really know. They just tell me, like, you know, they give me the estimate, they don't really break it down. So I quickly looked up and I was able to get this part for $325. And so I asked him, well, how long would it take you to change this out? And he said, well, I've changed out a few of them in my time, so I could probably do it in about an hour. Well, it doesn't look like that it's anything difficult. So I'm going to see if I can do this. And if I can do this, it'll save myself about $1,400 in labor charges. So we're going to have a go at it, and let's get to it. First thing I'm going to do is come over to my panel. I'm going to turn off the water heater. But because it's a recirculating pump, it has its own electricity going through to it. So a few more down, we're going to turn the power and cut it off there too. I'm going to have the hot water off. So I'm going to turn off the main water supply coming in to the water heater, and that way I can also just crack that valve and just again let some of the pressure out. I also set a stopwatch just to see how long this takes me, and what I'm going to try doing is just going to try to loosen this right here, and it's going to be lefty loosey righty tighty, and then another one on this side, and I'm going to see if that's all I have to do to remove this. And I'm also going to take note of, obviously the front is what's facing, and then I'll take care of all the electrical stuff once I get this off. You might have to hold on to the body of that while you're turning it. I was able to pretty much get that, and by holding on to it just with these pliers, crack it, and it does turn right off. So we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So it did take a little wiggling to get it out, and I did get some new gaskets. Looks like there's quite a bit of corrosion there. I'm going to try to clean some of this out a little bit, as it does look like it's plugged up. So I'm just going to kind of use a screwdriver for that. And I'm also going to take note here of the electrical wire. I do have a timer on this one. So we have you know, electricity coming in, but it's also tied into the timer. So I'm going to take note of how that's all wired up so I can wire everything back up the same way. So here's the new part. It's a Grundfos. Don't know how they pronounce it, but it's the same one that I took out of there. And it actually did come with some new gaskets. I did order the nut set just in case, because I wasn't sure if I was going to strip them coming off or anything. So it's good that I have them, but I don't think I'm going to need them. So we're going to look to wire this one up and put it back together. Not sure if you can hear it, but it's working. I just tested it. I have hot water in the far reaches of my house, because reason why I want to change this in the first place is I wasn't able to get hot water in the farthest parts of my house. It was hot right near this, the water heater, but this recirculating pump, normally what it would do is it keeps the hot water running through all parts of the house. So it has the water kind of heat evenly through the house, and it makes it so you don't have to run the hot water for 5 minutes for it to warm up if you're far away from the water heater. But I do have this on right now, and there's no leaks. And I tested out in the far areas of the house, and it's instant hot water. And be sure to also watch my next YouTube video coming up, which is going to be changing the heating elements on a hot water heater, because they gave me an estimate of $350 to change out 2 of these elements. And I was able to get the parts for $50, and we're going to see how long that takes me. I'm going to bet it takes me about 15 minutes. So be watching out for that next video. But altogether, it took me 37 minutes. Like I said, I'm just going to dry these things off, get a shop vac in here. But 37 minutes, and saved myself $1,700. Or actually, I had to still buy the parts, so it saved me about $1,400.